Hey guys, welcome back. This is Chosen Architect, and today we're going to be making our way to another dimension. Hopefully you guys are ready. Alright guys, so we have a few more things to kind of cover with the Life Infusion. I went ahead and got the rest of these. Now we are only missing one more, and that is the parrot. So I'm going to kind of get the parrot. So what you need is you need some pumpkin seeds. And we're going to throw these guys over here. And that'll give us some cocoa beans. How nice. And we'll take the cocoa beans. Let's add this to some wheat real quick. And we'll get that going real fast like. Alright. And that'll just get us some cookies real quick. We need 32 of them. And let's go ahead and just throw them in here. And we should be good. So let's go ahead and throw those in there. Throw the eggs and the cookies. Now I have been AFKing quite a bit. Today I did a lot of stuff at the house. So what I did, I just left the game running, and as you can see, we have tons of resources, kind of just slowly building up. Same in here, tons of food. But there is something that definitely was working overtime while I was AFKing, and that was this guy. So as my wheat was filled up, this guy worked overtime over here with the pink slime. Now, I have been unloading this every chance I come to the computer, checking to see if this is filled up or not. And what I did was I made a meat feeder. Now, you can see the meat feeder is pretty easy to make. And that's what this meat that you get inside that slot is used for. And as you can see, it's just really simple to make. And then you just throw this here, and it pulls all that meat out of there, and you get a huge storage of it in here. Now let's kind of get out of here so we can talk about this thing. What this does is this, as long as it's in your inventory, you will never go hungry. And I'm pretty sure that it doesn't affect your nutrition or anything like that. So wherever your nutrition is at, this will constantly feed you and keep your hunger at the saturation that it's at. I mean, when the saturation goes back down, and it'll just refill you all the way back up. It is unbelievable. And a very useful tool. But the thing is, you have to make sure that you have some meat being generated in here, because if you don't, you're going to run out. I mean, you know, doing more heavy activity and things like that, you're going to probably run out, and that's just going to happen. Over here, I have some lava being generated. You get, for one of the, for 2 phosphor and sand, you get 2 buckets worth of lava. So what I did was I set up an automation to run through here with power. And I have this over here making some obsidian. So pretty simple process as well right there. And that, you know, that's just some of the small things that I've been doing. And, you know, you can AFK with these things and, you know, kept tons of things. Like this is just me AFKing here. You know, tons of feathers. I don't think we're gonna have issue with that anytime soon. But yeah, that's just what we're doing. So let's take a look at these quests. Let's go ahead and pull out some of the things that we have already over here. Like all of these, plus we ended up getting the parrot. That should complete almost everything, I think. We ended up getting the horses. There we go, there's the large pets. And that should have even completed the medium pets. There we go, small pets. So everything is done. I'm just waiting for the one other parrot. I'm going to throw this back in here for now, because I don't want to spawn them yet. I think I want to wait till we get to a different planet or something like that, so we can better ourselves. I don't know, we may end up spawning them here, but I mean, we've completed just about everything here. Resource automation is completed. Power up is almost completed. We haven't done everything here in the power up because this mainly gets us into immersive engineering. And same over here, some more immersive engineering stuff. Some atomizing, which we basically bypassed. And the conveyor thing was just another conveyor belt. Now, automating crops is a very nice thing that we could possibly do. But with, I mean, I just never go with the forestry one because I don't like the forestry automation setup. I don't know. I'm sure there's better ways of doing it, but I'm going to finish up the magical one here. I'm going to go ahead and get the magical steel done. I think this is pronounced Taru Banzu, something like that. And this guy basically stops the rain for you. We have the mana steel and the sleeping bag. So this guy, the TERU, is what we need to make. This little fella. It requires a spark, and it requires some string. How nice. So that shouldn't take too long to get. We have a spark. And I have an abundance of string, I do believe. At the base. I don't think it's in here anymore. Oh, yes. Yes, it is. Never mind. It is totally there. So we're going to need, what, 16 of these? Thrown in a mana pool. And that should be enough. And then we need some mana steel. Some steel. By the way, you can actually make steel here. With coal coke, 1 coal coke, and 1 iron equals your steel ingots. Like right there. Let's go ahead and throw that back. And I'm sure I have the mana. Yes, I have the mana in here. Ah, it even makes it easy for us to just throw it in there. And get the nuggets out. Okay. Just like that. And that'll... Oh, we actually only needed 1 set. And there we go. Now we have that little fella. Alright, I'm pretty sure we need it for the sleeping bag, though. So... the sleeping bag would be nice and handy. That is going to require 3 of those, so we actually need to do this one more time. Which only takes a second. There we go, there's all 8 of those. We can kind of bundle that together. And there we go. We have some more cloth. Throw that together and we get a sleeping bag from Open Blocks. Nice. And we can rest. That's kind of funny that it was actually nighttime. I don't know if that changes our spawn location or not. I mean, if it does, it does. Oh well. This guy, if it starts raining, you can place it down and you can feed it a sunflower and it will stop raining. And I think it might be able to cause rain too. I don't actually know. I haven't experimented too much with that mod or with that mob or item from Botania, but I do know that's the main functions for it. All right. So we have those things done. So that quest is completed. This opens up experience. So an enchantment table, ability bottle, okay, XP drain, and a tank. So those are the few things. I know how the XP drain works and the tank. We already have an enchantment table. So I guess maybe we can just pick up our enchantment table. And voila, we get that quest, right? Ability bottle. I don't know what our ability tab... I don't even know how to access our ability tab. But I'm sure we'll get another ability bottle eventually. But yeah, those are things that we've already done. We've already went past that. So yeah, we're back to this section. And what it wants us to do is move on to pick your poison. It says, I found a way to get off this planet through another portal. I need to harden a slimy liquid, which I call night slime. To make it, I need 2 machines. A liquid infuser and an alloy mixer. Okay, so what does it say? Okay, I found a way to get off this planet through another portal. I need to harden a slimy liquid. Right? That's what I'm thinking. I do know that you can go ahead and take this pink slime. Let me actually get a bucket here. And this may help us later on. It may be actually required. In the making of this. No, this is just Invar. More refactory stuff. Which requires those Adobe bricks. Ooh, I hope not. I hope that... Man, I'm tired of making those Adobe bricks. Will we get pink? You know, I may just be able to bucket it out. No. Alright, we should be able to get a bucket of the pink slime, but we may have to use a tank and a pipe to pull it out. Sometimes that's how it works. I never know. So we may have to make a tank. And I'm gonna go with the build craft one. Why not? There we go. And a fluid pipe. Now, I don't think these auto pull out, so might as well grab a servo. But I don't think these automatically pull out. So let's set this up. So I know the pink slime tank. Let's go ahead and turn all of that off. And we'll go to the back. And we'll see. Does it auto eject? No, it doesn't. Will it pull out with a pipe though? It should. Yes. Man, the cows are so loud. And then we put a servo in here. And there we go. Now we get the pink slime over here. And we're golden. We should be able to pull it out with a bucket. Oh, that's the liquid meat. That's not what I wanted. Make sure the meat tank is turned off. And will you fill up? Okay, why not? Now the pink slime should export out, but it's not. Strange. Maybe this is the front? Oh, it's considered the front. Well, how weird is that? It looks like the back. Well, there we go. Now we have the pink slime, and there's already one bucket. So let's go ahead and take this stuff. That's the main reason we made this. And so we can just go ahead and do this little number. Oh, no, not here. There's some piping going on here. Let me grab my stuff. We'll place this right here, where there's no piping. Throw that down there, and we just give it a wait, and eventually pink slime will show up and kind of surprise us, you know? That's exactly what happens. So, in the meantime, let me kind of throw away this. Actually, can we add this? I was hoping we could probably add that to that, but never mind. We're going to lose that meat. Not worried about it. Yeah, we'll kind of keep an eye on this. Okay, so this right here. So I found a way to get off this planet through another portal. I need to harden a slimy liquid, which I call night slime. So a liquid infuser is what we need. Liquid infuser. It requires these castings, which requires the Adobe brick, which we can only get. Oh, there's our little pink slime, by the way. Look at him. Look how cute he is. And he's got to go by. And on that one, we got no pink slime. Of course. But yeah, that's what we want to keep doing until we at least get some sort of pink slime. Is keep doing this. And eventually we'll get some pink slime. All we need is one, I do believe. And even that one will really help us out. Okay. So to do this, we need some more of that primal core stuff. We need some more of that mixture. If I can find it anyways. Adobe mix. Hey, little fella. Oh, and there we go. We got some pink slime. Sweet. And this is used for the special machines, such as the energy filled out add-on, the stonework material stonework factory, which is an awesome machine, by the way. And I guess that's about it. Make sponge from open blocks. But I think those are all the, you know, standard slime recipes. But the main thing I think is a stonework factory that requires it. And the stonework factory is such an awesome machine. It basically replaces this. It doesn't generate obsidian though. Alright, so we need a mud balls. We need dry thatching, which I just threw some away, and more refactory clay. Okay, so let's get some clay. We'll make some more of that. Isn't that what I just looked at? That's opposite. I think I did that the first time I made this stuff as well. And I'm going to need some of that dry thatching, which is just the rush tips. Okay. So yeah, I have a bit of this to do, and of course I have to wait for it to dry. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I'm making some more of these machine frames, and man, is it a lot faster to be able to just flip the lever and drop the button, or push the button and you're ready to go. But yeah, I have the machine casings. I am waiting for the Adobe to dry, but I figured while I was waiting for that to happen, I could go ahead and start working on a few other quests. Such as my compound. So it says to make more alloys and compounds, I need to make this compound mixer 1, or compound maker 1 I have developed. Or I don't know why I said 1. I read it as 1. But basically saying I need to make this compound maker from Tesla powered thingies. I've actually never heard of this mod. And till like yesterday, I think I looked it up. And there's a lot of things that it does, and it's very similar to Industrial Foregoing. Very similar. I mean, very similar. But yeah, it's really easy to get into this thing. So a compound maker is just a gold gear. I don't know if I have a gold gear on me. So we need an iron gear and a gold gear. So that shouldn't be too hard. Should have a little bit of gold. So I'm gonna need 10 of these. And we'll grab the augment for this guy. And bam, just throw those in there, let them process. And then we should be good. That's for this guy. This requires machine, just some glass. I think it's any glass. Yeah, block of any glass. And yeah, it's a compound maker. It just requires some power. And it looks like that opens up to the disk storage. And if that's the case, that means our storage is going to become obsolete fairly quickly. Because we're going to get into a different type of storage that is going to become my friend. That's for sure. But this should be processing. Does it not use 5? Oh, it uses 4. That's right. It's 4 per gear. I don't know why I thought it was 5. 4 per gear. And it's fairly quick with it. There we go. There's our last gear. Compound maker. Let's go. You're kidding. Need stone. Bam. Compound maker. Okay. So now that we have this guy, we need to figure out somewhere to put him. I think there's power directly, yeah, adjacent here. So this thing gets a fluid energy. So where's the... Okay, this is the energy tab. Can we say accept energy from the back? Okay, so it's receiving energy. It's got 2 tanks. And when I said it's very similar to Industrial Foregoing, look at this UI. It's very similar. Alright, so he gets these like clumps that you can put in here, and it makes these things. Very interesting. I wonder if it has something to do with the way the discs work. such as the controller. Let's see, at refined storage. The controller for refined storage requires the machine casing, which is a stone, and the compound maker is going to take aluminum, mica, and crystal shards inside this thing to get duralium. Okay. That's very interesting. Mica is something that we don't have that much of. Where's our mica? Right here. This is all the mica that we've gained. And then I think I have an abundance left of... Oh no, it's all out. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna have to go get more glass, which we do have a bunch of. I think we do, yeah, it's right here. So we're gonna get more of this processing, because I'm gonna need some of those glass shards. So we'll get that going. Also up front here, I have this going. Oh, one's dry. A couple's dry. There's still a long ways to go, though. So I have a little ways to wait before we can even work on making any of the machines. Yeah, this will get a backlog. Of course, it will start working right away. Let me go see if I can grab these out as soon as it pops in here. So we can grab a couple shards for right now. Until that builds up, of course. And then we need aluminum? I think that's what it said, aluminum? I'm pretty sure we have a bunch of that. This is all the nickel. Aluminum. Let's just do a few pieces of aluminum. I think as long as this has power, we can take our mica, shards, and aluminum, and it's going to start producing this stuff. Machine paused. There it goes. Okay, that's kind of weird. That it has a play button. Will it not always just run? Interesting. I think maybe this button changes that. Interesting. Okay. So that's how we're going to get this stuff, the duralium from refined storage. I'm kind of intrigued right now. Okay. But we're going to worry about this in another episode. I just kind of wanted to see what it took to get to that stage. Doesn't look like too much, actually. And this says the next multi-block prep work. So I have another multi-block in mind that will give me more resources. I need to prepare for that though. I found a special form of iron with some intriguing properties that might help me. It says out of that iron I can make a hammer and an anvil. The anvil needs what does it say? Magma blocks for heat underneath it. And this stuff through Woot. Okay, so out of that iron, I can make a hammer and an anvil. The anvil needs... So what is this? What is that called? Stygian? Iron ingots? Maybe you guys will help me out. Well, actually, let's just do Woot. And we'll see what kind of stuff this is. So the kiln. Oh, this is the anvil. Okay, so how do you make this iron stuff? Okay, so you need crushed magma rack, soul dust, and iron inside the compound maker. Oh, so the compound maker is going to like play a huge role in just about all these, several of these things. Oh, that's interesting. So I'm still waiting on this. That's the main thing though we're working on getting done. Ah, and they're all done. So let's go ahead and grab these guys. Oh, of course, let's turn you off. Pick up all our molds. And I hope we have enough brick for all of this stuff. All right. Just in case we don't, I'm gonna lay down the rest of this in case we have to make some more later. Oh man, that's the hardest part, is just waiting for that stuff to work. All right, so we need to turn this into bricks. All right, that's 10. That should technically be enough. All right, so we need the liquid infuser from Foundry and alloy mixer. So here's the liquid infuser, Invar gears. And we're gonna need NV wire. I don't know if we have NV wire just laying around willy-nilly. Let's take a look. Invar. We'll take some of that. Electrum. I'll take some of you. Okay, so I'm gonna take some of this. I'm gonna get this stuff processed a little bit. And we're going to go and get this thing done. So yeah, good thing we have this set up for gears. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this cut into wires, and we should be back. All right, so now I should have everything I need. And that is to make, well, for one thing, we can go ahead and get the 2 of the refractory casings made. We're going to need 1 for each of the machine. This is actually the alloy mixer, which is similar. It requires an Invar plate, which I don't know if I have, which is fine. We do need to make sure we have all the materials that we are going to need done, which shouldn't take very long at all. And then let's actually go into here. That's the alloy mixer. We need the other one, which is the fluid. Something like that. Oh, I don't have Foundry highlighted. Let's go ahead and get our gear, or get our plate. So we can make the alloyer. There we go. And then we need to make the liquid, or liquid fire. If I can spell it right. It popped right up earlier. I don't know why it's not now. All right, alloy mixer, metal caster. Maybe I searched infuser. That's probably what I did. And then we need to make the heating blocks. There we go, 2 of those. And everything else should be pretty easy to make. Save those for later. And there we go. We have both of them. Nice. And now it says pick your poison. All right. It says, time to leave the misty world in hopes to find back home. I can make another portal and light it the usual way. Okay, so it says to make night slime, I need the poison. Extract I found from the sponge flowers down to the bottom of the mist. Okay. So there was poison flowers down there that I don't remember. Odd. But we do have the mask. Do have a filter that is pretty well ready to go. So maybe we should just go down there and see if we can't find some more of those poison flowers. Because I did find some of the spores, but I didn't get any like poison extract or anything from it. I got this stuff. And like this as well. But it didn't drop anything else that I noticed. Okay, so what does it say? It says the poison extract I found from the sponge flowers at the bottom. Okay, so maybe we just need to find more of these. and then see exactly what they're used for. Right? That's what my guess is. Alright guys, so what I had to do was actually spawn in the extract. I couldn't actually figure out how I'm supposed to get it. There is no crafting recipe. I honestly don't know. I did message Cubis to see maybe if he knew, but of course I'm not going to be able to get a response probably till the morning. So I just went ahead and cheated them in. I'm sure they're pretty easy to get. But anyways, this is what we need to do with this. We need to put this in here with some acid. I went ahead and gathered some of this. You can make these containers pretty cheap. You don't have to do it this way, but I mean, this is one way you can do it. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it in here with this. I did give it some power, or I got some power running back here. And then this guy I have filled with the max power it can receive, so that way this can be as hot as possible. Alright, so what I need to do is gather several different materials, one being this poison, which is now going into this tank. And I'm going to need quite a bit of it, actually. So the more of it I can get in here, the better off we're going to be. The problem is, I need a lot of acid. And as of right now, this is one of the best ways of getting it. And we just store all that stuff like that. Good, and we have 10 buckets of acid. Or 10 buckets, not acid, 10 buckets of poison. Then we also need to kind of move on here. So, my temperature's going down. That's probably because I am out of power. Or running out of power. This is odd. These have stopped working. I hope that's not the only thing that stopped working. I filled this all the way up, and I'm losing power. Okay, something bad has definitely happened. I did crash just a minute ago, but that shouldn't have changed anything. The fact that this is still generating quite a bit of power, my power is just not going inside my... Oh, there it goes. That was weird. That was a bug. Okay. So now it's going. Okay. I have no clue what happened there. I know that took a hit. But anyways, what we can do is go ahead and route this. This is Signalium. Or Signalum. We're going to go ahead and pull that out into here, into this tank. And we can just slap a servo into this. And have that pulled out. And that's going to fill this tank up. And that should pull everything out. Good, good, good. And then we can just break it. I'm doing this temporarily. This is just a temporary way of doing this for right now. Until we find something better. Because we're going to have the alloy mixer down here. Right there. And we're going to pump the items into the alloy mixer. Alright, so after a lot of finagling and a lot of changing these pipes, I know I could have done it probably a little bit better. But I had to go back and actually get some more pink slime. Luckily there was some that had already been generated. But the main thing, you know, is I had to make the poison over and over again. And I cheated in like 32 of those. I ended up having to make like 32 of them in total. And that was just enough. And I think we have just enough night slime to be able to make all of the blocks for the portal at this point. I mean... The hardest part, I think, was... I mean, not the stone. The stone was easy. Signalium was a little difficult because I had to go make more of it. But the poison, I just wish I could have figured that out. And then, of course, this is a time sink. The pink slime is just a time sink. So you just have to wait for the pink slime. If you use a farm like mine. Anyways. So, let's go back here. And let's go ahead and craft up some of those blocks. I think you can craft them by hand. Yes. And we're going to need how many? 10? Perfect. We have one left over. So, after all of that work, we now have the ability to do this. And it says Misty Moon Dimension Planet. I have no idea what to expect for this. But let's see. What is this is the key? I don't remember what it's called. But it uses all of these guys. The Exoria artifact. That thing. Exoria artifact. Let's go ahead and make you. Or at least make another one of you. And yeah, I don't know where, I mean, this can be used as a beacon base. So does this have to be placed in a certain dimension for it to work? It says time to leave the Misty World. So it's saying like as if we were already living in the Misty World. In hopes to find back home. We're gonna make another portal to light it the usual way. Okay. So, I mean, we can go ahead and set this up in the Misty Dimension. I do want to go ahead and grab one thing before we leave, though. My other Waystone, just so we can teleport back a little bit easier. But yeah, let's go ahead and go to the Misty. Alright, so now that we're here, we can go ahead and set up our portal. Thinking about setting it up outside somewhere. Why not? Oh, man. Can you just not right now? Yes, you. I'm talking to you. Thank you. So yeah, let's just go ahead and set this guy up right here. And we'll light it with our artifact. Oh boy. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video a thumbs up. I highly recommend it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.
Let's go!